It's you again. What is it? Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you.
His hands become
And you went and pushed her.
hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy!
Success. Titus backs off. Goddamn, no one.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes...
When she's angry, she emphasizes that, frankly, someone has to rush in to break the tension.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. Show it to him, T.
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man. You don't care about evidence.
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting...
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't...
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now...
What's on it? We call it the door gun a met. You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb. You RCM aren't the only one. We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works?
Understood? You've listened in on their
Since way before the...
Things got nice and quiet.
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day.
Don't put yourself down, Angus.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something.
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you...
Yeah, play it with your ass cock.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday. Yeah, my friend.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Or the...
Let them come. The Hardy boys are right.
You heard the man. Right here. We're on.
Yeah. Well...
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole murk.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
We're not bees. We're men.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army.
Yeah. Where are they now, huh?
These people are trained military professionals. Special...
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home. I guess we're going...
That was an unsure phrasing.
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing. Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum. What do you mean? Okay. We don't need you or your last gun.
Last gun or not, you're going to need help. We are offering it.
Okay, I accept the offer.
He appreciates it, but can only accept it conditionally.
Yeah, you do that.
An intricate web of blue light. It still kind of looks like a map of gone. For you to discover, someone who knows about history. You stare at the Great Door Gunner Megamix. The tape feels ominous.
I've got nothing.
Looking for some.
The tear machine your bottles climb.
Is this about the questions again? Because...
Right to work! Right to work! Sure.
Don't think so.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea. Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it. Grey eyes dart. You see dead flesh in colorful
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. Yeah.
He's clenching his teeth.
What it means. I can tell you what this one means. Only one. Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush.
Manito is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kipped villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes.
With some strange emotion. This is
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon, at dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe we shot the boy. He was useless, but she was quite the entertainment. For the week she lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits. Drowned in a creek a week later.
something There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless, odorless. It's...
No, I was in the domain. You bet it was. It's just nature. This guy, fucking mask is getting sweaty.
He's under orders, and orders are orders.
Go ahead. All right, now. Free Connor!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man...
Free flow of Connor!
Don't talk to him any longer. Just leave, please.
Fucking Bob.
I'm going to interpret that as a yes.
How about you fuck off?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now. Somewhere above, in the building. The man's breathing. A rusting control. You grab the handle and pull the lever. The water lock starts moving.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your...
Focus on one thing. Rust peels off the bent iron posts, yet someone used to live here. Laughing.
In this yard?
He's assessing the situation.
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscure, for cheap. It did a black bloc, a part of the city left unrenovated after the war. All
on aerial photos, bloc obscures look like...
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Yes, for you to pick up as part of...
It's not meant as nagging.
We should move. I don't...
Aces high. For the rest of the world, the Aces high is... banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged. It must be cold and lonely. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
It appears to be so. I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would... The logo is too deep in the murky water.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday. Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of...
I did not. But I'd say it has been here since last Saturday. Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside. I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the hinges creak under your weight. Danger, nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. Spit flies from your mouth to your... The lieutenant must think it's rather funny. He smiles and quickly turns away.
Just keep at it.
He's gloating at you. With his lips puckered, the lieutenant lets out a beautiful... You hear the sound echo on the large body of water. Okay. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
I'm pretty sure I told you already, didn't I? My dad and mom are both half Zeolite.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Once again, differences in skin color are the result of melanin production, liver functions, regional adaptation, and
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd. It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefight. Yes, 41.
It's as if he knows what it stands for. But does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
A precinct, yes. A police precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and you feel like you're about to faint and fall. Oh God, Harry. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
The lieutenant just...
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea. Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were detective. We don't. A rescue operation... I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of... That is very unlikely. All the electrics are top. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage cost 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense. Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station...
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police...
People, yes, but not you. The lieutenant adjusts. There is also a fourth thing you've lost. More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined.
Well, life has a way of pulling the rug from under your feet. Yes, let's go take a...
Some kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know. Police badge on which you...
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card. You see a photo, a name, a rank. The man keeps winking at you with it, but the badge is new. You used 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the pit, what do you think? His face is already contorted. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate.
Harrier, that's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Everard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. It's a wartime name, revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times.
It's meant from bullets, hunger, shrapnel, kidnappings, and worse.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you. And detective, the badge in your hands shines as you...
Lieutenant W. Freighter. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM. That's the title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken. Or sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to the
heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the RivaTuner citizens.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, then kings like satellite officers, and
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
you are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't know. I've been putting up with you because it matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found you.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to be good.
Such a small yet precious...
That's just the serial number. RivaTuner, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some 4 months ago. I'm guessing that a new badge usually comes with a new rank.
The pain in your chest tells you you're pretty sure you weren't doing well. A lot can happen in 4 months. Especially...
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says, it's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover.
It's no wonder you are like...
But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must...
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri, and you? Is it an honor to work with you? The badge in your hand shines as you... There's no way to listen to the tape without a working, but even just holding it. A pawn shop would have a tape. This is it, the scene of the party, the fire pit, cigarettes, not as such. I'm talking, looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles.
Looks like it. Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
Somehow, it does. Great news. The boat is big enough for a grown man like you. I don't know. Sleeping? What? The elements are rough around here. Huh?
Sarcastic self-pity. I understand the situation looks grim, but we must
You have a home. It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf.
in someone's abandoned shack.
He's afraid you've forgotten suddenly.
Nothing. It's just a piece of...
Red paint is peeling off it. Looks like blood, no? The worn and beaten...
We can sit on benches after.
You can revisit the bench. Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with?
You've graduated to...
Men with authority have their quirks. Comes with never being second-guessed. So what brings you here, Lawbringer? A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I've...
Indeed, you'll ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Let's see. Who are you? I don't think I know what these are. Aha! Like snowmen. Two odd guys have been wandering around here. Nose in sand. Right. Not only snowmen, also...
Oh, you're getting it. And it is good.
Don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Oh? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Where are you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What a nice idea.
She sounds incredulous about the niceness.
That Everard and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves.
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
He has a pen in everything. Here you go. I shouldn't have. Probably, but it is a youth centre and I have children. Got to give them something. Anyhow, you also need Isabel's signature. It's a bad idea.
Sound logic. Divisional sounds like Isabel is the leader around.
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hit.
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask mines. Mines. You need mines.
Well, the RCM has to wait for another one, because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay and blew it up. Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it's sure as...
But not when you're in a tight spot.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day... No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. What makes you think we haven't? The truth, that goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and...
That does not go for real. Coach means the expression.
Aye. No one wants to talk about how frightened they are.
She's not afraid, however.
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. Gone.
It absolutely does not. We are not going to look for him.
No. There's nothing to find. He's dead. Who knows? Maybe he fell over. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles. Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another. Better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it. Aye. Sunny day.
No, ma'am.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it...
There's a moment's silence.
In time, when the sea turns and the winds settle, she will be ready.
Waves wash the sand. A skiff moves across. My prediction, it will be at least 2 days. You're not sure about the melody, but it might be Saf Samar.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts. I still have a golden ear. Come. Oh, welcome, police officer.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care. No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got...
She says it as if he was on some kind of spirit.
Oh, the usual.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
Maybe they are, because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here, as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage, and not a lot of... Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you... Stay? Most people here are... That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free... I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the... No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there. Oh, don't. It's your choice. No, my kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty. Aye. The room is pretty bare bones.
When Varson communist revolutionary Ignas Nielsen was in hiding, he stayed in a hut on...
I can see that. Everyone can see you think well of yourself. Now, are you interested or not? Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room.
Just us. It's barely a village, and this is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the...
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
The lack of wealth...
Riddles. Fits with the general ambiance here.
Aye. Sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside... Oh. It seems to be a common theme these days. Isn't that what people always think when they are lost? Something, aye. Over there you can find more of the same.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of...
An old military hospital and its surroundings. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital. Now the area is crisscrossed with... The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut. Well, there's Lillian and her kids. If you knew folks live... And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight. Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least. Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Here, for you, no officer. The only money we have here...
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to... She nods, rinsing.
Not much. There's the abandoned church. Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around.
So, they don't hold service?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things.
She's not telling you all she knows.
Well, there's that music. music from across the... And now, suspicious.
Interesting. You could look into this.
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins. And I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something of note. The old fish market up on no one. That's why it's closed. Now, what cash we do bring in goes straight into a law. What? You're one of those real estate people. Used to be a supply depot, we think. And now you know everything there is to know about this. Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Now it's your turn, Mr. Quite a handle you got there. So
She's got a couple of ranks herself. Honored chief and so on.
Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all this scribble. Tell me what it says. Huh, I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting. I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer.
She speaks with the authority of a leader. Hers is the final. The door has seen better days.
I'll wait outside to give you some time, and after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night.
The key turns with a SATA. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression. An old mirror hangs on the wall. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold for Revachol, your city. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not run out of the dazzling swirl of disco music in an open air. What de nuit? So everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. The click is used to spur on a horse. It also, sometimes, you like to add finger pistols to the mix. Because, unlike there is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression looking good on you. You have some understanding of the near history of disco, plus the trivia you've... It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile. On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hat. The water reflects back a vague image. You'll be looking like a pansy without the... On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. You almost look like a professional. A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears.
What is this place to you?
Overhead, you hear the forlorn shriek of seagulls. Far but a middle-aged man stands in a rundown shack on the edge of a... Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up.
Look.
The jamrock shuffle. In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from... The bed is comforting. The scruffy-haired little boy kick. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. This one doesn't say anything.
Lily's our mum.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. The other one laughs. Wow. So the stone kicking isn't even a very... The stone kicking one becomes frantic all of...
He looks just like me.
The boy doesn't answer.
You're bad with kids. Don't worry, everyone is. How about we do some police work now? We're not getting anything here.
You're stupid. Okay. Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed...
Yes, I am. Little Lily. That's nice. My mum is great. She's never... Yes. They don't want to play. They look the same. Sometimes they look identical. It's a growl.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you make up for the skewer you broke.
I don't know. Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It's Lammy.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days.
Yes. Lammy has lived a long life. Lammy was a... Yes! Lammy was a... Bye!
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. How's business? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call some good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
That's the spirit. I used to shape reality into my image, a long time ago. Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great...
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh?
We are saving... Place! Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol, that's what... So now, it's a pirate's life for me. It's you. We've met before.
No, you sure don't.
Maybe. You look like you want to...
Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Mm-hmm. Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinet's lap. Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really...
It is. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
Hey, man, I'm not judging. This life's a valley of woes. Either way, it was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, got our drink on. Nothing. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza.
Do you remember the sound of wood?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in. Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to... What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. The time... So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, the time hath come for tequila sunset. Your reality contracted. You jammed...
Your hands cramped.
We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences. We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now, and insisted that we all call you that from then. No, that's just what your mother called you. Your hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, how they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I bet tequila's a fucking legend.
If you only knew.
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked
Please, don't open that door.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I beside your gun and your badge, you said something about... In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage. You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers who's...
It's more like you.
No specifics, though. It was more about you. Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcohol.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for...
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owner... I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market... You kept apologizing. You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand. It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs. Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. It depends, really.
You might get scammed here.
No, the reality of the situation requires... Booze! Did you already forget our... So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems classy.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Don't call.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder/junior partner at a high... I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily. 22 full-time employees, an all-star team. It helped, truly. With my trusty sensory... But now dreams are worn thin. One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head.
His eyes are clouded. His eyes are...
So I removed the keyring and put the keys for the front gate in the apartment. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. Ouch, indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my... I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't... People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap...
Heavy is the head.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had... But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired... Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment... So, now you've heard my tragic tale. Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a...
Why didn't you go to the...
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any... I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No, the hobo lifestyle definitely has some perks. not having to pay. But that charm wears off pretty quickly. Before you know it, you're wearing a shit-stained Good fucking question, Tequila. I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our... Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole...
You of all people should empathize with this. Perhaps this lost jacket...
My agency. Man. The Boom Boom Room. I convinced my partners to reinvest some of our... I was financing a group of poets in East Revachol.
Sounds intriguing. If it sounds like it makes no sense, that's because it doesn't.
I know! It was fucking awesome! What? You've never seen 100% leak?
You really shouldn't touch it.
Pretty nice, huh? This might be one of the last of its kind.
Good God. It's nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. It's like randomized trials have also found Lycra, TM, to be associated. And then there's the smell.
Wow, you're lucky.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosie. My fellow members of the Union of...
Hey! Tequila!
Shut the fuck up.
I thought he was a...
Don't call up a guy.
And this is Abs. So yeah, that Tequila, it's a verifiable... Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of... If I knew where I lost it, don't you think I'd have it? I mean, somewhere north of here, that's for sure. You could ask... I'm all ears, Tequila. What's in a name?
Hey, Spiral Boy, you got...
Don't call...
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. I was once a reasonably... So you don't want to just... I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you... Cottonmouth is keeping... You too,
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s.
Oh.
It's cold out here, but she's... Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold.
Huh? So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well... Look...
Your pulse. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the...
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me. A cell.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing.
Why? Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name. You have little reason to doubt that's a real name. But...
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording, actually just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. A contact mic records sounds from inside.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called No. You're welcome.
Yeah, I record stuff with it. No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside a solid object.
That's not fair. and an understatement.
An
entire litany spews forth.
Man, you are one weird cop. What is it with you and this Mike guy? Okay, if it floats your boat, I'll be more like Contact Mike and less like me. Uh-huh. Good on you. The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up Same place I got the recorder from. The Palace. Oh man. You haven't been to the Palaceum? It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street.
Thinking about it really cheers her up.
Oh yeah. Guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the Contact mic, perhaps? Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. I don't really know what I'm doing.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape.
Take this, your call.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that.
It's okay.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. Thanks. That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum. Yeah, Andre.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. Music stuff mostly. Like this tape record. Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any. Go ahead. It's supposed to become like a club. Except that, yeah.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking. There will never, not in a million years.
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments, synthesizers and tape consoles, microcomputers too.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of...
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys... Hey, you two are cops. Okay, well... Maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Go ahead. Well, it's just questioning, right?
Fast and clean. A good one. Can't quite say.
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the... Rich people. Rich people are east of the river. Aren't they? I thought they were as vachelaire as any of us. Maybe you're right. The usual. I had a shitty run. You know, drinking, getting into fights.
Interesting term. Time.
Is this a rhetorical question?
Faubourg, not in Faubourg, is a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol.
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess, I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
She nods very cautiously.
Okay, bye. Hello again.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns it. She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. The wind howls. It's real. Tell her.
What is? I know. I'll stick to it. So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want it. What is it? Oh, really? So, the thing that's been eating you is rich people not having enough money? No, it sounds like you just got chick. Well, think about...
A pane of Eternite has been barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute.
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Sorry, you barely have room for one.
You go ahead.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home.